Man, these guys talking big topics. Guys like this, allergic to small talk. What's the weather? Achoo! You see the game? Achoo! Miss me, bitch. It's big topic.
Oh yeah! Thank you. A week-long punchline. Like, people had to wait a week for that. The opening with the cleared throat, ladies and gentlemen.
Got that right. Welcome to part 2 of Spring Heel Jack, a deep dive into the legendary Spring Heel Jack, which I'm sure you've heard of. Everybody has. Everyone has their theories. Everyone.
The classic, yeah.
At some point, yeah. I mean, it's like, it's a common thing to talk about. But so I think where we left off last week, or wherever it was, a couple days ago, or a couple of minutes ago, was that you had some theories, and I've got some other stuff to get into, but I'd love to hear your theories.
Okay, yeah. So I have a theory that I think.
A theory.
No, I have plenty of theories.
Okay.
One theory. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so the one theory that kind of goes along with some of those clips that we were playing in the last episode. Look up jumping stilts, or matter of fact, just go ahead and listen to the last episode if you haven't.
Yeah.
Don't know what kind of a psychopath would listen to part 2 of a podcast on Spring Heel Jack without part 1.
God, dude, yeah, insane.
Then again, if you've noticed, sometimes we don't get into the deep topics very much until part 2. So I could see
that
maybe
is
that.
True. We typically hit our stride like 70 minutes into the episode.
Yeah. So there's so this first theory I'm gonna go over a little bit is the scientist theory. And so that is that this guy was a scientist who had gone mad and was using his inventions to cause chaos, which, like in the Victorian era, that's kind of like, I think the spring was invented in like the late 1700s, 50 years, give or take.
Wow.
But so he's got the springs that when springs were invented.
Yeah.
I think so.
We do a quick fact check on that, because I feel like springs were invented like 9,000 years ago. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
I mean, like coiled steel springs.
When were coiled steel springs invented? I guess it would have to be fairly recently. The first coiled spring was invented in 1763 by R. Tradewell.
Oh, Mr. Tradewell.
The first steel coil spring wasn't developed until 1857.
Oh, so even
you were right.
a little bit after the spring. Yeah, I was right by being wrong. So I don't know, but here's the thing, dude. Like, seeing those jumping stilts, that makes me think there could have just been some asshole who came up with something similar, just wearing kind of metal gloves, jumping around, scratching clothes off. Maybe, right? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
So yeah, it's pretty dumb there. Another one is, this is one of my favorite theories, the mental patient theory.
Oh, I like that one, dude.
Not much meat.
Totally out of control.
yeah, not much meat on these bones.
No.
The theory is he was a patient at a mental institution who escaped and was causing chaos. Honestly, that doesn't explain shit.
No.
That explains literally nothing. So I don't think that is what was going on. We've got the ghost theory. That Spring Heel Jack was a supernatural being. Maybe could breathe fire, jump great heights, live 76 years, or terrorized, for 76 years. That's another theory. Probably one of the most probable ones is that Spring Heel Jack was just a hoax, right? Somebody said it. Back then, they had nothing to do. Got dark and it was over with. I actually don't know offhand when electricity was invented, so it could be probably is definitely false.
14 or 1500. Somewhere around there.
When was it invented?
I think it was. Wait, I'm not gonna look it up. Let's guess.
Okay.
When we say electricity, are we talking?
I'm talking light bulbs.
Light bulbs. I think Thomas Edison invented the light bulb in like 1897 or something. I think
1897. That sounds right.
Light bulb invention. 1880.
Oh, so yeah, they were just in the dark, telling stories.
Can you imagine at night?
Candlelight.
It's dark, dude.
Did you ever go to like old Williamsburg. You know what I'm talking about? Even
No.
like it's like in
No, what's that?
the fuck is it? Virginia, maybe. It's like a reenactment of like olden days like that. So there's no like lights. It's all might be in like Amish country actually. I don't remember, but I went there when I was very little. So let's see. But then here's what I think was going on, dude. So I'm just gonna get right down to it.
Oh, this is like the theory then.
This is, in my opinion, this is the theory, and I am calling this theory the rich dudes / Mad Marquis theory. And so this is that there was a group of well-to-do gentlemen who were dressing up and scaring people. And the Lord Mayor of London came out in 1838 to address all of, you know, these stories that were coming out. And he was really pushing this idea. He was pushing that it was like these young aristocracy dudes were just menacing around.
They have nothing better to do, man. They're bored.
Yes. And so where that kind of ties in though with the Mad Marquis theory. So there's this Irish nobleman named Henry de la Port Beresford. I don't know how to say it.
That does sound Irish.
Yeah. But he was known as the Mad Marquis because he was just drunk doing pranks and antics. Some people were saying that there was a W on the clothes of the Spring Heel Jack, and that could stand for Waterford, which is where this dude was from.
Because naturally you wear clothes.
Well, excuse me, when you're the Marquis of Waterford, you just might.
Fair enough.
You just might. So what I wanted to ask you, were you coming across that at all, where they were talking about like it may have been like gentlemen dressed up like in Victorian era?
I think the way that it was referred to in the literature that I read, that I pulled from the library, was that it was a bunch of young rich men with, I think they called it a wager that had gotten out of control. There's some sort of like,
made it a little interesting.
Hey, if you do this, you know, whatever, or that sort of some sort of dare, something like that. But I'll get to my theory in a moment.
Okay,
go ahead.
So just along the lines of like Victorian fashion, I've got a couple things. Are you familiar with Michael Kruppitz? Did you come across him at all in your research?
Michael Kruppitz.
I might be saying that wrong. I don't remember how to say his last name, but
no, I don't remember Mr. Kruppitz.
So this is
I like the way he sounds though.
Yeah. So this is a guy who is living in 2023 a Victorian lifestyle. So
I knew I liked this guy.
Yeah, up until the clothing, everything, the occupation. So let me just give you a quick little taste of Michael Kruppitz. I don't remember what the fuck his name is.
I'm trying to Google. Is it Michael Crumpet?
Good luck, dude. It's spelled like K-R-O.
Oh wow, look at this guy.
P-I.
Cora Pease. Michael Cora Pease.
He says it. I don't remember what.
Okay.
So let's let Mr. Carapici, little Irish guy. All right, let's see.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, this guy's great.
I'm 24 years old, and despite living in the 21st century, I love living in the past.
He looks like a real ladies' man.
Dude, he must crush with the ladies.
And I've been painting for as long as I can remember. But I am mostly interested in art history and history on its own as well. So for me, I heard a saying once that you should surround yourself with things that you love. And that's why I live my life the way I do.
Does he really just sit there in a full suit reading a book?
I feel like
it gets better.
I feel very upright. And I feel like that's.
Can you imagine this dude walking around?
Folks, we're watching a 24-year-old modern man dressed as a man from 300 years ago, with a top hat, walking around his neighborhood.
I've always been very close with my younger brother.
I don't know if you just caught that, but he was saying that his he loves walking around, and he feels like he's walking with his nose in the air because his collar is starched so tough.
Oh wow,
yeah,
dude, having a starched collar back in the day was a big deal.
Oh hell yeah. So this is him and his brother. He's got a cape and looks kind of like a magician.
He's disgusted by this modern fashion.
Fashion could be improved.
Shit out of my face,
as well as his taste in music. Bob likes.
Let me play for you a tune.
I'm a big fan of Gilbert and Sullivan.
Gilberts and
19th
Sullivan.
century
Oh,
graphic
Gilbert.
design.
Listen to this terrible joke. Hold on.
Bob is more into his modern music. God knows what he listens to now. I can't even remember. It's something like the Black Eyed Beans. Oh, I don't remember, something like that.
God,
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Fuck off.
The Black-Eyed Beans, like, you remember like the hard to remember part, black-eyed,
Right,
and
right.
I guess that's not hard to, because none of it's hard to remember.
Black-eyed beans, dude.
Yeah, so that was kind of the example of just something that made me think of, Victorian fashion. Talking,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
I've got another thing. Just, do you know what the women were up to in Victorian fashion?
I know what the women were up to back then.
Yeah,
it was like actually I don't.
Well,
but I think
I
it was like very
assumed,
much
and I
like
assumed wrong.
corsets with like
yes,
blown out kind of hip areas. And
yeah, exactly.
Scrunched up bosoms.
I was
right?
really hoping for some more scrunched and exposed bosoms, but I didn't come across much of it in my research. But yeah, I was thinking like, oh, is this like the Renaissance fair? You know, like the chicks at the Renaissance fair, just like
right. Dude, yeah, what's up with that, man? They really fucking squeezed them back in the day.
They did. If it's not Victorian, I'd love to know what it is, because I'm interested.
What is that?
But here's just a little clip of just some of the women's fashion of the day. Just give you a little look here.
You see these old wenches.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Tightly
they crank that
corsets.
corset.
Like, isn't
These
that
were
fucking
popular
insane?
In the
Fuck?
beginning of Queen Victoria's reign, the 1830s. During those
Holy
days,
hell.
women considered it
Like,
fashionable.
this
to
woman's
have a
inch
thin
looks.
torso
I mean,
or
I'm sorry.
wide
This
hips.
woman's waist
So
looks
they
like
wore corsets
12
that
inches.
were tightly fitted over the
Dude, do you
abdomen
remember
and
the
hips.
chick in the
This
Guinness
helped
Book
them
of
get
World
the
Records that
ideal
had the
shape
smallest
we see
waist
now
ever?
in movies
Was it this
and
woman?
cartoons. These
It
tight
might have
corsets
been,
were
dude.
Also
accompanied
very
by long
stacked, by the way.
skirts that had petticoats
stacked
made of
all right.
horsehair underneath them.
Dude, I used to be
Bustles were
fascinated
used
with
to
this
stretch
chick.
the skirt
We'll
below
look her
the
up in a
waist.
second here.
It gave the
Okay.
look of an
But this is
enlarged
bizarre, man.
posterior or wide hips.
Look at this.
Bustles were mostly crescent shaped.
Before the
and they were made of
Kardashians, they were doing fake
Wow,
asses
it's
back
all
then.
about
replace the
butts. Oh my
crinolines
god,
and the
look at
width
that
Looking
of
like
the
a
one.
skirt was
centaur.
decreased.
That's a
However,
dunk,
the
dude.
length of the
That is
skirt
a
Holy hell.
usually stayed
dumper.
back. Bustles remained in fashion for 30 years.
Oh,
So,
there's
yeah.
a table.
Yeah.
Interesting. So wait, were those the ideal dimensions, that table?
Yeah, and they're wild. Like, it was like I don't know if they were ideal. It says, let's see, table of proportionate bust, waist, and hip measurement in inches. So this is like, yeah, ideal.
I
So
love
let's.
like the idea of the guy that came up with that.
Oh yeah, he's like, I think if you have a 34-inch bust, your waist should be 24, but your hips should be 41.
Right.
Like, even Sir Mix-a-Lot was more conservative than that. Like, this is fucking crazy.
Right. Oh my god, hilarious.
Show me the Guinness chick.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her now. I think this is her.
Let's see.
I mean, it's been quite a while now. All right, yeah, I think this is her. Yeah, because the Guinness, the record is from 1939, and so there was a modern woman that was trying to break the record. So let me share my screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's see.
So this is the legend right here.
Oh my god, dude! Like,
Dude,
I don't understand how that's
insane.
possible. Like, where are the
I
organs
don't either.
going?
I mean, you must just squish them into a different location or something.
Like, honestly,
13.7 inches. I mean, you could like put your hands together and like wrap around. It's insane.
yeah, it's wild, and she's got, I mean, pretty big
And
boobs.
I mean, this is a different chick. This is 21 inches. The last lady we were just looking at was 13.7 inches.
Get out of here with the 20s, bro. Like,
Dude,
give
20
me the teens and the.
Yeah.
I'm talking about inches around the waist, by the way, with
If you want to
corsets.
play ball, yeah, of course. If you want
Yeah.
to play ball, you got to get down into the teens, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Look at this shit.
Look at that thing. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's bizarre. Oh, this is interesting.
I
Dude,
kinda
that's
wanna-
insane.
I kind of want to get one of these things for work.
Pretty kinda sick.
Just show up in a real tailored suit with a corset.
Yeah. Tiny waist. Everyone's like, damn,
Tiny.
man, you look really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought I did. How's
Yeah.
your chicken salad regimen going?
I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up. I failed miserably, dude. I had Christmas to contend with.
Dude,
So
the holidays, it's all bets are off,
impossible.
man.
Dude,
Yeah.
so I did it for 21 days
Uh-huh.
and I lost, I think I lost like 14 pounds. And like, I don't, like 8 of that is just like
Water.
shit you have in your body,
Yeah.
water, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was going so well. I like noticed it in my face. My face is like slimming.
Like, hey, face
And-
gains.
Exactly. And then Christmas came around and I was like, I'm gonna make some cookies. I made
Yep.
cookies, dude.
Yeah, Santa,
I
baby.
personally made cookies.
What kind of cookies did you make?
Chocolate chip, baby. Chocolate chip.
You go for
And,
soft? You go for crispy? What do you do?
Crispy.
A little crispy.
Extra crispy.
Okay.
And so downed probably 25 of those.
Nice.
And then
nice.
and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get back on it. And then the wife makes brownies.
Yep.
And it's just over again. And it's like, well, I ate 4 brownies today. I might as well get pizza tonight.
Yeah.
Next thing you
balance
know,
it out.
next thing you know, I've just gained it all back.
Yeah. Next
And
thing you know,
I'm
you're
right
eating
back
that
where I
pieces for
started.
breakfast the next morning too.
Dude,
You're just
literally
all
last
bets are off.
night, we got Blaze Pizza. I don't know if you've ever had Blaze Pizza. Pretty good.
Isn't there like a celebrity attached to that? Is that LeBron?
LeBron owns.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
I think he partially owns it. But
Is
we
it
got
good?
that. It is good. Yeah, it's
What
like
style?
it's very customizable. It's like you can get thin crust, raised crust, whatever. But
damn, that's pretty.
yeah,
it's pretty wild. Thin and
did you get thin or raised crust, bro? It's 2023, baby.
Yeah,
possibilities are endless. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, last night I put the baby. I had to get the baby. I get up like around 12:30 or 1 every night to like rock the baby back to sleep. And
to
after that,
breastfeed.
I just exactly. And and I just housed like 3 pieces of it before I went to bed at like 1 a.m. It's like
It's hilarious.
Such a piece of shit. Dude.
Waking up to
God
eat
damn it.
pizza and then going back to sleep.
Yeah. I was like, I'm a little bit hungry. I might as well have 3 pieces of pizza.
Yeah.
while
I
I'm
may as
up.
well just stuff this. Yeah, no, I hear you, dude.
Yeah.
The holidays are crazy, man. It's
Dude,
funny.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it's so many poor form jogs and bike rides that I've been seeing since the new year began, just all over the place.
People like shuffling down the
Yeah.
sidewalk. Like, you don't know
It's
what
like,
you're doing.
yeah,
Stop.
Come on, dude. You want to be peak performance like us? You gotta
You want to be hot
gotta
as hell
train.
like me, dude?
Yeah, dude. You gotta train in private and then bring that shit out.
Exactly. It is hilarious to like the perception. People think that like you just go for a jog and you're like good to go. It's like you realize if you go for a jog, you burn like, I don't know, 180 calories, and you can just not eat like a piece of bread and be like, in the same spot.
I know.
Like it's all about not eating.
Diet is totally like but then you get to where you're not consuming enough calories and starts to eat your muscle. So
True.
Too many calculations. It's nerd shit.
You don't want to lose too much. You don't want to get too shredded.
Yeah, you don't want to get too shredded, dude.
True.
But going back to the Victorian garb, it was reminding me a lot of like the descriptions of Spring Hill Jack were reminding me a lot of the Babadook. Are you familiar?
Dude, it sounds so familiar. Why do I know what the Babadook is?
Or
why do I know that name at least?
So like the Babadook was like this horror movie that came out in 2014, and it had this it did really well. It was like it was critically acclaimed. People are like, Babadook's fucking scary as shit. It's so good. It's about like a kid who's reading a children's book called The Babadook, and then like it kind of comes to life, I guess. I don't really remember. But the funny thing about The Babadook was that it was supposed to be, you know, this, if you're Googling it, you're probably already seeing where I'm going with this. But there was
weird twist.
Yeah, a weird twist with The Babadook. So let me show you how it was initially presented. It was, supposed to be super scary.
It is scary. I mean, I'm seeing screenshots, and it's a terrifying guy.
Yes.
Not a cool guy.
No. So we're talking stuff like this.
Yeah, dude, that's freaky as hell.
We're talking. I still have a folder called Hottie Boys. Okay, and then we're talking stuff like old podcast name, folks. Like this.
Hell yeah.
So then, anyways, when Netflix, when The Babadook comes out on Netflix, they accidentally characterized it in the LGBTQ section. And then that community just ran with it. And so now
he's ours.
Yeah, the Babadook is like this gay icon. And which
That's sick, dude.
I love this dude.
Hell
Like
yeah.
This one's my favorite.
That's sick.
It's him doing the splits, and it says like Baba Yas. And then,
yeah, dude.
Then he's clapping his ass cheeks. I don't know, it's just fucking hilarious to me.
Was there a director, like somebody attached to it that was gay, or it was purely like a mistake?
I do not know. That's a really good question. No clue. I can't even speculate.
I'm seeing this one thing. It says the Babadook is frightening and fabulous.
It's so good, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
because I remember, like, I was very aware of the Babadook, and I remember in 2014 or whenever it came out, everyone on every podcast I felt like was talking about it, similar to like Parasite or one of those movies,
right.
You know, over the past couple of years. I like horror movies. I don't know if you do.
Yeah. What's your top? What's your top 20 horror movies?
Yeah, my top 20. The ones that I liked that were recent, I liked It Follows a lot. I liked I loved Midsummer. That's not necessarily a horror movie, but I really liked that. I liked, what's the other one? X was pretty good.
Dude, I don't know any of those.
Oh, they're all great. Midsummer is fucking awesome. They're all sick.
You would have a hard time even remembering the one that was most terrifying to me. It was like a guy he like found old film reels in his attic or something, and it was like they were all snuff films. And it has a lead actor who Ethan Hawke is the lead actor in it.
Okay.
Let's see if I can quickly.
I don't think I've seen that. Yeah.
Sinister.
Minister or Sinister?
Yeah, Sinister.
Ooh.
Dude, that movie's insane, bro.
Really?
It's brutal. Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Okay.
Yeah, check that out. And what about Terrifier? Have you ever seen that one?
No, I've never seen either one of those.
Yeah, check those out. Those are good.
Yeah, I will. The ones I'm talking of are a little more. Well, actually, I don't know what those ones are because I haven't seen them. But the ones that I mentioned are kind of like psychological, weird. It Follows, awesome, like synth wave soundtrack. It feels like very much like a John Carpenter type thing, but like it came out. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
I lost you for a second there. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so It Follows, super dope. It's kind of like a John Carpenter thing. But it came out, I don't know. My guess is 2018. I don't remember, somewhere around there, but it was pretty tight.
Speaking of John Carpenter's The Thing is like one of my favorite movies ever. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, dude.
I realized I said I love horror movies and then named like 3 very recent.
Oh, dude.
Not super scary ones.
I'm in the same boat. I'm like, I don't watch that many movies anymore. But like,
I don't either.
I'm going to watch one. It's like, I do like that genre. But
I need to go for The Thing.
Dude,
John Kurt Russell.
Carpenter's The Thing. Kurt Russell is the shit, dude. That movie's awesome.
He's badass. Yeah, I gotta watch that one.
That might be like my favorite movie ever, dude.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like it's from the early 80s, and the special effects are just like amazing, and the vibe and the acting's awesome. It's great. So basically, like they're all trapped. I think they're like they're in the Arctic somewhere or something. And so they're like kind of like off on their own with no communication to the outside world, and there's like a blizzard, and then things happen. I don't want to give anything away, but pretty sick. Anyways,
don't want to give anything away.
Wow.
Okay, I see what you're doing.
Dude, you're so fucking good.
I see. Yeah, you know,
so
when you
good,
years of research, baby. You know what I mean?
Wow. That's why you're the star of the show, dude.
Oh my God, just it's tough, dude. You know, it's hard.
I know it is. Believe me, I can't do it. Thank God we have one of us as a fucking star, dude. Is there a Spring Heel Jack horror movie?
If there is, I didn't find it. I hope there is.
That'd be sick.
Although, did he ever do anything that's scary?
Spring Heel Jack, 2008, IMDb 5.6.
How the fuck did I not find? I guess I didn't go very deep on the research for this one. Let's see.
Spring Heel Jack is set in 2004, where the titular character,
love it,
resurfaces after a 100-year absence to continue his killing spree. His main focus seems to be teenager Sam Walker.
Male or female Sam?
That's a good question. I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's see what old Sam looks like.
I really like the
guy.
Word. Oh, come on, this is not historically accurate, bro.
Yeah, how are you supposed to shark a guy?
Yeah, and how are you going to call him titular if there's not even any,
what is it? I don't even know what titular means. Like important or?
I don't either, dude. Like
central to something.
Holding or constituting a purely formal position or title without any real authority. So whoever wrote that's just a fucking idiot. Oh no, wait, never mind. Okay. And I'm sorry I spoke too soon. Second definition: a person or thing from whom or which the name of an artistic work is similar is taken. So I'm the idiot. That's okay.
Yeah, it's
movie probably sucks ass.
I love,
you chose like the shittiest font in the world for the cover, so
yeah, it's probably not good. Yeah, that's about as bad as it gets in terms of cover art. He killed in 1904, and now they've brought him back.
And then the logo is like some pirate-looking font that's like embossed.
Right,
real shitty.
What's up with Jack and in England, London in the 1800s? Like Then
I'm
you had
Jack.
Jack the Ripper, Spring Heel Jack. It's just like a placeholder for a guy's name.
I guess, dude. Like
Everyone's Jack.
What is Jack a nickname for? John? Jim?
Yeah.
Can it be for anything that starts with
I think
the
it's
J?
for John.
This Idaho thing's got me all fucked up with J names, dude.
That's true.
So like I'm thinking like
Jacks.
in a very Victorian case. I'm thinking like Spring Heel Jack. I don't know.
It's just kind of, I guess it flows well. The alternative would be like Spring Heel Nathan.
Spring Heel Nathan. He been
that's
springing
actually
around
pretty
this
sick.
city and ripping people's tops off.
So my theory is that I think it's probably just a couple of guys that
up to no good.
Like you were saying, like wealthy young fellows.
Yeah.
And they were probably
Debutantes.
like athletic because they were like they had proper nutrition because they were like wealthy, and everyone else was like poor and barely making it. And so these guys are bouncing around like scaling walls and fences and stuff.
That's actually a really good
hell
guess.
Is that?
Yeah, wait, this guy's can. What's that called? Jumping?
Able-bodied guy.
Everyone else is like gangrene on their legs and like falling apart,
just dragging a limb. These guys are bouncing around, jogging around, jumping. Like, what the hell is this?
The only able dudes in town, just
exactly.
running the fucking show.
Exactly, dude. I think that's probably what was happening.
I think you're right. I think we cracked the case.
I think so.
I think
started to go down the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, nothing. I'm adding nothing. I'm just saying I think that our theories can kind of combine. I think maybe
I think so.
The Waterford Marquee guy might have kind of started things off, and then maybe there's some copycats.
I think so.
Over the years.
I think that's probably what it was. And as you said before, it's like things get exaggerated over time. Every time you tell a story, you got to spice it up a little bit more, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But one of the threads I pulled was just vertical jumping.
Okay.
I don't know if you've have you ever measured your vertical leap?
I can't imagine it's very high. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Can you dunk?
Oh, can I dunk? Of course I can.
I mean, yeah, same.
Of course. Folks, we're both 6'8".
Yeah.
But I was looking up the
call us the Twin Towers.
That's right. I was looking up the lowest and highest vertical leap ever.
What's the lowest?
The lowest ever is some guy named like Pavel, who's like 7'6", and
a picture of him.
You just can't get off the ground. Hang on. First one. God, I'm sorry, God.
Is it lowest as in like of all people ever recorded, or like the lowest basketball player?
Lowest basketball player.
Okay.
Because I think lowest ever would just be somebody in like a wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I was going with that too. All right.
So the lowest ever recorded was a fella named Mike Smith.
Ooh.
And this poor guy, it was so low that they think that they might have like miscalculated.
Okay.
But there's another guy and that was 21 inches. And there's another guy named Pavel Podzolkin. I'll pull up a picture of him.
Yeah.
Pavel Podzolkin.
Interesting name. Beautiful name.
Beautiful name. Spring-heeled Podzolkin.
Yeah.
This is him here. Can you see him there?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
He looks, as you might imagine.
Is he playing basketball against Vinnie Chase?
I think so. He's a big fella and can barely get off the ground, but doesn't need to get off the ground. He's like, for the folks at home, he's like 7'4", looks like a total freak. But he has the lowest ever, and it was like 22.5 inches. That was his vertical leap. That
doesn't seem that low, is it?
It doesn't.
I don't know what the benchmark is.
I was gonna say, dude, I would think that it would be a heck of a lot lower than that. Like, you always hear about 40 inches. That's like the golden leap. That's like what Michael Jordan could do.
Okay.
LeBron is like high 30s or something. You've got some like athletic track and field guys that can do like 44 inches.
What was Muggsy Bogues? Do you know?
That's a good question. I think it was probably just above 40 inches. That, like, again, that's kind of like the Muggsy Bogues vertical Lee.
The vertical Lee.
Vertical Lee. 44 inches, dude.
There you go, dude.
So yeah, I got into this a little bit. Have you ever seen the world record high jump?
No. Is this like high jump as in like jumping over the thing? This is another area where I was looking for fails to play during the episode, but there wasn't. I couldn't find any good ones.
This gentleman here, Javier Sotomayor, I think he's from Cuba.
Okay.
Jumps 8 feet.
Okay.
This shit is wild, dude. I'm gonna put it in
check it
slow
out.
motion because it happens very quickly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Here's Javier.
Oh, dude, he's charging
looks
up.
as you might imagine, charges up.
Yeah.
Watch this shit, dude.
Oh my god, dude, that's stride.
I know.
Look,
This is
Clydesdale.
Spring Heel Jack, dude. Look at that.
Oh,
dude, that's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, how high is that?
That's 8 feet.
Is that a current record still?
It's still the record, and this happened like probably, I don't know, 40 years ago now. Yeah, 1989.
That's fucking wild.
So you gotta wonder, I'm sure he was on something. Because typically all the track and field
like drug wise?
Yes. Yeah, because any track and field record that doesn't like fall for a long time is typically a good indication of drugs.
Interesting.
Because nutrition gets so much better, training gets so much better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like there's one record, I think it's like the women's 400 meters that was set like 45 years ago by somebody from it was either East Germany or Russia. And then like 5 years later they uncovered this huge drug ring out of
what kind of drugs?
Country. Just like performance enhancing drugs, like hormone kind of stuff, or I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass because I don't know.
You think Duster would make people jump high?
Dude, fuck yeah, you get enough Duster in you, bro. Pop a couple Dusties.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went down that kind of thread, and the whole idea of like the combine and everything is pretty insane.
Yeah.
Like whether it be NBA, NFL combine. Have you ever seen the NFL combine clip where the guy does the 40-yard dash and his dick pops out of his pants?
I'd love to take a look. I feel like that sounds familiar, but like not if I saw it was forever ago.
All right, 40-yard dash, dick falls out. I'm going into incognito mode for this. Here it is. Chris Jones. So this
DJ.
Poor guy, Chris Jones. Let me pull this up here.
Oh, he looks like he's
you can see that, right?
Yeah. Dude, Jesus Christ.
So he just falls on his stomach because his dick falls out.
It fell out the bottom, I'm assuming?
It fell out the bottom of his shorts, dude.
Oh my god. Where's the fucking dong? Oh, there it is. Let's see. No, I've not seen that. That's hilarious.
There's a better clip of it. I can't find it, but for the folks at home, check it out.
Yeah. So what's the guy's name?
Chris Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Jones penis. You might want to add penis to your search.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember that clip of the I don't have it pulled up, but have you seen the clip of the guy at the airport when I may have already brought this up because I thought but like
he did, where he's like, that's my penis.
Okay.
It's a classic clip.
Yeah, I guess it's just a classic clip.
That should be brought up every episode.
I agree. Yeah, it's one of the better ones.
Yeah. But dude, that's all I have.
Me too, dude. Believe it or
out.
Not. Yeah. I'm out, dude. I'm spring-heeled, jacked on out of here.
Yeah. Me too, man. So folks, I hope that was educational, informative.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've come away with your own conclusions. We'd love to hear about them in the comments. I think we've delivered as usual.
Yeah, we've got a change.org petition to get corsets back in business. So make sure you sign that up.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, same.
All right, man. Well, to the next one, folks. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll have another compelling topic next week.
Yep.
Tune in.
Boy,
Adios.